As Arne and Faith walked out the door of the Onion, Balder said, "All right, guys, you ready to do this thing?" All the Vikings yelled a thunderous, "Yeah, let's do it!" Everyone around them jumped in fright as they were just trying to finish their lunches. Sven Fairhair apologized. "Sorry about that. We're Norwegians. We're usually pretty quiet, except when we get excited." The Mexican guy behind the counter just shook his head with a slight grin. Of all the Vikings, Balder was the most intimidating. He was a giant of a man, 7 feet tall, broad shoulders and muscles everywhere. He was pretty much their leader. He continued, "Remember when Jesus spoke to us in the warehouse? He said, when it was time to go out, we needed to go 2 by 2. All the Vikings nodded their heads in agreement, so Balder divided everyone up. 4 went further downtown in pairs. 2 guys headed towards Washington Square Park. Another 4 headed up to the Lower East Side. Balder, Saint Viking, and Eric the Brave were feeling rather bold, so they headed up to the Boogie Down Bronx. As the 4 headed up to the Lower East Side, Sven said to Olav, "How about we head over to Delancey Street and turn into the other 2 Vikings," he added, "and you 2 head over to Tompkins Square Park." They all agreed. When Sven and Olav got to Grand Street on their way to Delancey Street, they saw a young guy hanging out on a corner. They felt led to go over to him. Olav approached him and asked, "Excuse me, what's your name?" "Dustin," said the young guy on the corner. The Vikings looked at each other and remembered Arne telling them about their good friend Dustin. Sven said, "Nice to meet you, Dustin. Do you know Arne and Faith?" Dustin's face lit up and he said, "Yeah, I do. They're good friends of mine." "Awesome. We just met them on the Brooklyn Bridge," Sven said. Dustin was pretty impressed, and as they talked, Ola felt like it would be okay to tell Dustin who they really were and where they were from. To say Dustin was blown away is an understatement. Dustin said, "That's crazy! Who would have ever thought I'd meet real-life Vikings from the past? This is like a movie or something." They continued to talk some more, and as they were leaving, Sven asked if they could pray for Dustin. Dustin agreed and said, "Arne and Faith, pray for me all the time." Trust me, after they were done praying, it was like a wave of peace rolled in on that street. They said their goodbyes and Sven and Olav were flying high as they walked away. Olav said to Sven, "Man, that was insane! To think that the last thing we were about to do was go berserker on a bunch of innocent people, and now we're doing this." Right as he said that, they both looked towards the corner of the next street and saw Jesus standing there looking at them. He had a big smile on his face. Then suddenly, he disappeared. They both looked at each other in bewilderment. Sven was shaking his head as they moved on, saying, "Olav, this is getting crazier by the minute."